Hello, dear students. Very good morning. Yet I say here once again to join the class here, and we will go through the solving of the question, assignment question of biology 5th week. There is a easy solution. I will go through there. The fourth part of the assignment is given in there. Just go through that instruction or part on there. I mentioned. First of all, the A number answer will be the 4 answer. First part is there is a chart is given. That means you have to go through measure with a family member like your father, mother, siblings, or any other person to take on there and try to collect the different pulse rate by measuring their pulse rate with the BP machine or other things you can use on there. So first of all, it is given on there. There will be a step. We can follow the step here in accordance with the list what is given in there in different stage, different condition. How can we measure the pulse rate here? So very first time the chart will be given there. Very short way I can make you understand since I gave you idea in the Zoom class directly. Okay, there is a stage or condition is given in there. Lay down in bed, lay down in bed in the condition. Suppose you just choose for measuring this one by your father, pulse rate per minute, pulse rate per minute, pulse rate per minute in there. Okay, lay down in bed, the first one. Then after second one is second point is mentioning on there, sitting position, number third it is standing position, and number 4 it is on first walking after 5 minutes, first walking after 5 minutes. Yes, this is the chart is given in the assignment. 5 minutes you can write in below in a chart, 5 minutes. Yes, this is the assignment part. Assignment part and assignment chart must be drawn in the very first time. A number answer is very simple, but before that you should to do get some permission to whom you want to measure the pulse rate, and several time tell them. Yes, if they agree, tell them don't eat tea and coffee after or before 6 hours. Avoid the smoking, getting quiet and calm and become relaxed. Likely to have. On that way, you can mentioning them, and suppose you choose your father. Very first one, first box there is given. Yes, you should do just only measurement of the pulse rate. Very first one, you will write here A number will be the equal means it can be yes to measure the pulse rate I choose a family member, he is my father or mother or anyone. We know that the pulse rate to measure by a BP machine we can measure, and then after you can going through measurement and rate getting in the lay down. That means he is just inactive in the bed position, lay down in bed. So on that time, suppose you got 70 or 60 or any measurement you can got it. Then tell, okay father, now you can sit. When he is in the sitting position, that times body parts movement, that means some movement is on there, some blood circulation in the sitting position, some better than in the laying down in the bed. So in this time you will get another pulse rate. Suppose I take it is 80. It is my own choice, and in your assignment it is given. You can see below there is a instruction and gave some values of 70, 80, 90 or likely that 100, whatever. It is not the matter. You can measure by but we don't know. I cannot see that you measure or not, but taking the value by your own self by measuring that one 70, 80, or I can take this one the 85 in the standing position. Some blood circulation is okay. Now I getting feel relaxed, and the movement of body parts, I can bend my hand move the body likely that, so I can ensure here is the standing position, the pulse rate is getting 85. And first walking after 5 minutes, yes, now you can tell your father, yes father, you can move now, you can go through now, and yet also yes, it is good position, you can just walk and getting some exercise, or after 5 minutes you just make sure the final pulse rate measuring or measurement and get, suppose it is the 100, suppose I don't know what is happened in there, it is just for assuming, and I can just imaginary taking this value in there. This is the first question answer. What will you write? First one, to whom you select, since there is an instruction is given, go through the page 150 to 151 page in your book to get the better idea, more of them. For the pulse rate, there is a mentioning part in your book is given, and then after just you will write something to whom you choose, then which way, which machine can use to measure that one, and just making the chart this one. And finally in below you can write that according to the condition and stage, I get the different pulse rate likely that. Question A is complete. Now we will go through the question number B. Okay, A number is completed here accordingly. Now question number B, we need to get the chart also. Question number B means not question number B, you don't mention the question number B, it will be the headline topics. It will be the headline topics here. In case of A, 4 part is in there. So you will write in there the consequently determination of pulse rate. Sequentially determination of pulse rate. Consequently determination of pulse rate. This is the first answer. Second condition, there is mentioning there in second case, yes, there is a structure, that means the structural given in the graph, to draw the graphical structure, headline topics. Second point, to draw the graphical structure, by following information, or on the basis of the following information, you can write on there following information. Okay, so once again I will draw this one, since I need to draw a graph on there, in the laying down in bed 70, sitting position 80, standing position 85, first walking after 5 minutes is 100. Yes, I draw that chart in the second question also. Then after I draw what should I draw here, I need to do, yes, I just erase. After drawing the chart, I will mention here, this is a graph paper. Suppose in your graph paper you can take out and check out about that the graph paper is going on properly. Okay, now in this way, the position here, suppose from here to there I will start from here. This is the laying down, lay down in bed, first position. I take 5 box or 10 box after, okay, it is no matter what, since it is not the values we put likely to have the graphical structure in case of the physics, chemistry, or likely that. So laying down in the bed. Now it is the sitting position. You will write better sitting position in 2 row, use there. Then standing position, you will write in there standing position. Then finally you will write there first walking after 5 minutes, okay, after 5 minutes, and there in that way you will go through out of 0, 20, 40, 50, 40, 60, 20, 20 gap, 80, 100, or 120, up to 120 better to draw that one. Okay, so what the value in the laying down in bed, whatever we have got in there, maybe it was, I count there, the 70. Okay, from there, since I make it scratching in there, or you can start from there, but I just for better, I just scratching in there, or you can start from there also, 70. So maybe 60 and 70 in there, in between them. This is the 70. Okay, first one. Then second one, second value, it was the 80. In case of the sitting position in there, in 80 in there. Okay, sitting position in there. We got the second point. Standing position, maybe 85. I got the 85, is it? Okay, so this is the, don't say 85. This one is the standing position in there. 85. Suppose is getting in there. And maybe in finally first walking on there, it is to be 100. First walking, it is to be 100. Okay, no need to get in, just connect 1 to 1. If it is equal or not, I don't know yet. It can be equal, it not be equal, it is not the matter. I just draw that one, the values, what the values we got it in the previous slide. If it is, I just give you the general idea, in a small idea about to know about the what is the value of getting in there in the 70. You can take the 80, 65, 60, even though 50, whatever you have got, it is not the matter. So you will take the 70, then 80, then 90 or 100 or 120 or anything after getting, but better to do the experiment on there, better to do there. Okay, so this is the third, and finally here in the second question, when you complete there, so finally below each and every graph, they are needed to writing of some information, what the graph says. Yes, you can write according to the position in the x-axis and in the y-axis. In the x-axis, we set up the position, different position, laying down, sitting down, standing, fast walking, after 5 minutes, and the pulse rate value here. In this case, the pulse rate value we count in the y-axis, according to the y-axis, and then we set and put the value, and finally we get a figure or a structural figure of that graph. Enough. Second question in details, properly understood. I think it is to be properly understood in there. Then the third question, yes, same thing. Third question, it is asking for, yes, leveling is okay or not. There is asking leveling is okay or not. Is the leveling okay or not? Yes. So now we should go through their leveling. Now there 80, in their 80, so you will marking in 80 position also. In case of the laying down in the bed, don't write L, it is better to smallest in below you can write. Sitting position, it was the, suppose 85. Oh, it was the 70, sorry, I took the 70, then it was the 80 in the position of sitting position. It was the, suppose 85, it is the standing position. It was the 100, it will be the first walking position. First walking position. Leveling, that means, look at here, the third point means third headline points. To draw the graphical structure with leveling, the third headline topics with leveling. Third headline topics is mentioning here with leveling. Yes, with leveling. So same thing, the number B, whatever we have drawn, just not making the leveling, we level here accordingly. And after drawing the graph paper, in the graph paper you will write and making sure that your graph is okay and leveling is complete. And below then what we will write after the, yes, in the before figure, previous figure, we know about the position and pulse rate. Here to leveling the mentioning part, the laying position 70, sitting position 80, standing position 85, and first walking after 5 minutes is 100. Likely that in this way you can complete the C number question. So now it is the time to know about the D number question. So what will we write about the D number question? Reason of findings. What is the mentioning there? Reason of findings, why the different pulse rate or value is totally different on there. Yes, I will go through, make you understand in there. Just a minute. So it is better to understand that leveling, after leveling, what is the leveling part and mentioning the leveling part. Okay, that is the important things. And I just a bit, question is mentioned. Yes, there is a question to mention. Okay, so the fourth condition, in up to the fourth condition, what the condition we will write in there, that is the condition. In first condition, in first condition, that means you will write the lay down in bed. Father, since you took the father, so father taking rest. Okay, physical work, less. Okay, physical work less, so pulse rate become less, it is 70 per minute. Just everything to write in there, but your innovative idea will be in that way. You can write accordingly, that father taking rest in the first condition, father taking rest since laying down in the bed. Now in the second position, in the second condition, you can write accordingly the second condition. Same thing, sitting position. Father now is in sitting position. Physical movement, not work. Now physical movement is in there in case of the sitting position. So pulse rate become high than the previous position. Okay, now done. The second part, third condition, it is the standing position. Yes, now he have the articular movement or having the movement. So there his blood circulation is high, physical work and movement can be done on there. So pulse rate is comparatively more than the previous two position. Then finally the fourth condition, after walking, the blood circulation is very fast, the body movement, body parts is movement. Physical exercise can ensure the maximum circulation of the blood in the body. So on that time the pulse rate is better and more than that any previous condition. So in this way you can easily complete your writing of the assignment biology for 5th week. I think you understood.